Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you all are doing great. I am doing okay. Welcome back to How Do I Love Thee? Let me count the days. I believe we're on day 2. I don't know what we did yesterday because, as I stated before, I'm trying to record the videos early. The real question is it working? And I'm just going to go ahead and tell you the answer is absolutely not. It's not working. Life is taking over, but we're going to try and get all of the videos done, and we may go into February because we're already in double digits of January 2022. Can you believe that? I cannot. I was just saying, it seemed like yesterday, oh, the year is going by so fast. I feel like if I blink too many times, it's going to be the end of 2022. So what we're going to do, because I like making books, we're going to make a book, and we're going to do some fun stuff. We're going to be using this basic gray out of print. We're going to use 3 card bases, and we're going to take some funky looking paper that I cut, and it just did not cut out good because I'm not sure what's going on with that. But we're going to have 3 pages. We're going to use this, and we're going to go ahead and score these at 1/2 inch. So what you're going to need is some patience, scoreboard, and paper, tape and glue, decorative paper if you so choose, and that's about it. So let's go ahead and get started. Yeah, 1/2 inch. And your scores, in my opinion, will depend on your tape size. If you have a smaller tape, make your score smaller. If you have large tape, make your scores larger than your tape. And the only reason why I said is because if you have tape that's only 1/4 inch and you're trying to make an 1/8 inch score, your tape is going to be too much. So we're just going to turn this over and we're going to re-score this. I know you're probably saying, how many books are you going to make? A lot. Just so you know, I plan on not stopping making books because I enjoy making them. And I enjoy the joy that I get from when I actually can do things that I didn't know I could in the past. So that is that. I do plan on getting rid of the books at some point when I can actually mail them out. So this is going to be our front cover, and then we're going to fold. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3. So you got, we'll make this, so this is 1, this will be 2, and this little sliver should be 3. So I'm just going to cut that. For every peak, you have to have a valley, okay? So peak, valley, peak, valley, peak. And this paper is 65 pounds, so it's not really super thick. Now I do want to tell you that I dug out some tape, red line tape. Wish me luck, because you know how I always say red line tape is very precise. And so in this case, you don't really need to put a T for tape, but if you wanted to, you could. Now, I'm not sure if this red line tape is like the red line tape. I got it from Tuesday Morning a while back. But I feel like red line tape, you know, the tape with the red backing on it, it's pretty prestigious. This is American Crafts version, and I think we'll be okay. I think American Craft does some things exceptionally well, and others they could probably improve on. But for the most part, I think that they are a really nice company. I enjoy using their craft products. And whenever I needed to contact them because something was not working, I was able to contact them, and customer service was nice. So on our pieces, we're just going to put some more tape. Then we're going to burnish it all down and pull off some backings and go. Now, I really don't trust myself too much with red line tape. So as long as you have a good strong scoring tape, excuse me, tearing tape, or a very good glue adhesive, you should be good to go. So we're just going to burnish this in some because we want that glue to be nice and sticky on both sides. And we're just going to do all of this good stuff. And now we're going to take off the first two, which are the middle ones, because we want those to stick to each other. You know, have you ever switched handbags or wallets and you didn't take everything out your handbag? I am in the middle of switching where I craft at, and I don't have all my stuff. I don't have all of my crafty tools like I need to have, and that can pose a good problem for me. So I just have to remember that. All right, so now we're going to just put some more red line tape. Now, I always say this, but I'm going to say it again. This is not my idea. I did not find out how to do this from anyone on YouTube. I tried to watch the videos and I just could not get it. Anna Griffin has a dye that does this exact same thing. I bought the dye and guess what? I couldn't figure out the dye. It took me a minute to do it. And I should have just watched her video from when she was doing HSN, but no, that would have been a logical thing to do. I just struggled through it and eventually got it. I do feel for new crafters, crafting instructions are paramount. If you don't have good instructions for certain things, I feel like it's just going to be some tears may be shed. So I'm just going to cut off that excess. I really hate wasting expensive tapes and glues. So, you know, if you go out and you buy the most fanciest of tape and glue, just be mindful of what you're getting ready to cut, use, score with, or whatever. At the end of the day, it is just tape. It is just some paper. It is just, you know, all of that stuff. But I spend money on these things. I don't get them free. No one sends me. No, none of this is free. So I want to make sure that I'm doing myself justice in using it. All right, so I'm going to re-score and burnish. Just burnish this down a little bit more because I want to make sure I get it good and creased and no issues. Because we're going to use this red liner tape, it may not be as forgiving as the tearing tape that we use. And that's something to keep in mind. So I pulled out the first layer. Now I'm going to open the card and I'm just going to line it up. And you've seen, if you've watched me do this, my newfound love, you've seen me do this a few times. So I'm just going to do the first one and then we'll come back and cover everything up. Okay. And by cover, I mean the papers will be picked and we'll cut them out and everything. So I'm just going to the very bottom and I'm applying some pressure and I am making sure, there we go, that is on. It is off somehow. It's sticky right there, but that's okay. I'm just going to apply a little bit more pressure here while I still can. I still had that freedom to do that on this paper because I haven't glued anything down. And now I'm just going to go ahead and put the other two on. Okay, so these are the color, the pages I chose. They are very much pinky. Valentine's not so much, but I think we can do a lot with this. I want to do a sort of naturey feel, maybe. We'll see. So this is going to be our front and back. And then we have a solid pink sheet. We have this newspaper collage thing going on right here. Flowers, of course, and then this is like a stencil. So let's go ahead and adhere these down. All right, so we got our front pieces, and what I tried to do is cut them a bit different. Yep, so this is the front. This is what I want to be the front, and this will be the back. If you want to put a B and an F on it, that's fine. I think I should be able to remember it. And then I want this to be the next page. So So that'll be like that. So when you open up the cover, you'll have these two pages looking at you. You have this and you have that. Now, this is the only one that I probably should have paid a little bit better of attention to. So I feel like this is a landscape versus a portrait, but we're going to make it work as is versus trying something different. And then we're just going to go ahead and glue this down using some glue of your choice, whichever one you like the best. I have to say I still like Aleene's tacky glue the most. Aleen seems to be very, very easy to use, easy to get, reasonably priced. You can go to Michael's and they usually have a large container for about $2 or so. So it's a very good deal in my opinion, as well as you can get it from the $1.25 store. And is that a better deal? I don't know. You'd have to do the math on the ounces and stuff. I am not about to tell you where to spend your money. If you want to spend your money at Joann Fabric, do that. If you want to spend it at Michael's, Hobby Lobby, wherever you want to spend your money, spend your money. I'm not going to tell you how to spend it. So we're just going to burnish this down and push this over. And we're going to go ahead and forgot the ribbon, so we're going to put our ribbon on the inside versus the outside. I didn't even bring the ribbon, so I definitely forgot the ribbon. But my goal is to use ribbon. Use some stuff that I don't normally, use. And ribbon is one of those things that I rarely use unless I'm remembering to use it. And so that is the thing that I want to try to do in my crafts. Just use stuff that I normally don't use. Try to use it up and not replace it with more stuff that I just don't use. So, no, I think it goes this way. And I had this thing all figured out when I was cutting. I was like, yes, that's right. No, it wasn't. It was not right. I'm going to burnish this down, get the ribbon, and finish applying all the pages. Okay, so we have our ribbon on. Took me a minute to remember what the word was. What the word was. We got our front, our back, and all our pages done. And now we're just going to go ahead and do the spine. And I want to barely wrap this around here. Actually, I don't even want to wrap it around. I think what I want to do is just put ooh, should I? Let's see. Let's put this on here. And we'll just, should we just glue this? We could just glue this. Yeah, let's just do that. Because I'm already making enough scraps. So let's just glue this on. And we'll glue this side on here, just like that. We won't fold it over or anything. We're just going to glue it down and cut. If you ever feel like you are messing up your project by just hand cutting it, you could always measure it out and cut it with your paper trimmer, or you could cover this up by putting this piece on the inside. So what I mean by the inside is you put it underneath the pages that you already glued on top. It's totally up to you how you decide to do it. Alright, so I just cut it. Put it on the glue on and cut it. And now what we're going to do, this was a new fresh roll of ribbon, and so it has this little glue adhesive on here. I'm just going to work on this a little bit because that's going to drive me crazy. It still had that line on it, so I just cut it right on the first line. And I was like, yeah, we could still turn this into a cute little bow. So as long as we can still make that bow, that's what's really important. I mean, what's the purpose in putting some string on and you can't make a bow? So what I did is I just wrapped it around one full time, I think, and a half. No, two full times and a half, if you're wondering. And now what I want to do is I want to just keep it semi-simple. I do have some stickers. I'm just going to go through and pull a few out and we can get to placing. Alright, so I have went and pulled out a few things to, you know, make our little book be a little bit different than normal. So I have some index cards. They measure 3 by 5. And I pulled out a few of those. I think we're only going to use 3 of those. I also have some Project Life cards as well as pocket page cards, I believe. And so what we're going to do is just, I already folded them in half. And just do this. I'm going to put this inside of here. Now I'm not too crazy about covering up the whole entire bunny. I mean the butterfly. But I didn't want to cover the bunny up. And I wanted to keep the be smart, be charming, be kind, be silly, be you. So I thought that we could just do this. And what we're going to do on our pages, because we want to be able to document on them, is we are going to decorate these pages with some stickers. And I have a Queen of Heart card that we're going to use as well. I've been trying to just grab stuff that I own but don't use, right? So I'm going to go through this with you really fast. And it doesn't have to be something fancy. It doesn't have to be super duper over the top. You could just pull one of these little things off and put it on there just to give it some look, okay? And I think, you know, we're going to put this cup, although I should have started at the top and put a cup on there. I just, you know, I just grabbed from the middle. That was, I mean, I don't recommend doing that, but if you want to, definitely do it. Do it. And we're going to put these on the non-lined pages. I feel like that's a piece of bubble gum, but it could be something else. Look, this is random acts of kindness. I think we'll use this one. No, it says to do. As you can see, I'm using a journal, a planner sticker book. It was a good deal. I couldn't pass it up. Choose kind. I think choose kind would be nice. And we'll put that one right here. And I'm going to put one more over here. And strong, intelligent, pretty. I thought that I read that totally different. So I won't tell you what I read, but real women support. Real women support real women. Let's do that. Let's put that on this one right here. All right. So now, because I thoroughly thought this out, I have to go get my binding material. You can tell where my mind was, right? I was like, oh yeah, let me just grab some stuff, and here we are, not having everything that we need. And it's not supposed to be like a super thick, heavy-duty book. And what I'm going to do with this, I think I'm going to trim it down. Yeah, I think we can trim this down right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to snip. Yep. And snip. And I'll cut that and then we'll bind it all together. Alright, so looking at our little inserts, we got, this is how it's going to look. It says choose kind, real women support women. And then you have word let lines and then open space, and then on the same, I should have, you know, I'm left-handed, right? So I usually go back to forward sometimes, and today I guess it's one of those days I let my left-handedness come out, right? So this is how it's going to look for real this time, right? Open up. You got this. We could put something here. Maybe we will. I don't know. Then we have this page. You can do some pictures, a small little tiny picture. If you have like those little printable cameras, you can definitely do that. And I just want to smooth this out a bit. Yep. There we go. And I don't really think we need a guide for this, but we're going to go ahead and just poke two. I guess, yeah, you know what? We'll do it the right way still, because I haven't made a junk journal in a minute. So we're going to poke a hole right here. Now these are just pure guesstimations, of course. Here, where I think the center is. Huh? And here. And did I need that big old owl? No. I could use another poking tool, but you know what? I was like, if I'm going to be doing this errand running back and forth up and down the stairs, we got to make it worth our while. Okay, so this is some baker's twine. I thought it would be cute to go with these colors. They're a little bit on the off side, and they don't really match up, but they all go together, if that makes any sense. And now we're going to just pull out our needle and thread it. All right, let's see if I can do this from memory. So we're going to go in the middle first. I should have cut this cord off, but I didn't, because sometimes I don't think properly, right? We're going to go here. Now we're going to go back through the top. And since these holes are so big, I mean, we shouldn't have any issues with that. And now we're going to come here. Uh-oh. Yeah, we should have came through. That's all right. No worries. Uh-oh. Now we should worry. You don't want to split the cord. Whatever you do, don't split the cording, or it's going to be a big trouble. Big hassle. So what I'm going to do is just fix this and show you how to do it right. All right, so you go through the middle first. Right, you leave a little tail on there. Then you go to through the top or the bottom, from the outside to the inside. Then we're just going to put our finger right here. And then we're going to go take our needle through the bottom. And then we're going to come back through the top. And I like to come back through the opposite side. And since I made the hole so big, it should not be an issue. And of course, these little bitty papers are not going to be sliding all around. So now we have all this excess cord. And what I'm going to do is just adjust it and cut it down some. All right, I didn't want to say I was going to do it and you not see it. So what I did is I just, adjusted it some. Here we go. And so it's pretty tight. You don't want it to be super tight because you don't want it to tear. But this is really not going to be, I mean, the person could be using it, but it's not like, oh, this is going to be my forever junk journal. I want to write all of my life, whatever in here. It's more so just a little decoration you can put, went to the store. I don't know. Now we're just going to tie a knot. I like to tie like 3, 4 knots. You can just tie 1 or 2. I mean, this is a smaller one, so it should be fine. And so, if you don't do this often, you definitely forget. Once you remember, it's like riding a bike though. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some glue, just a small amount. And I'm just going to, I really need to check and see if Joann Fabric have a coupon for this. But I feel like I use this fairly quickly, so I may have to find an alternative. And what I'm doing is I'm just sticking the edges together so it doesn't unravel like this side is. So a lot of people like to use wax cord, and they sell those at a few of the big box stores. They are in random spots because there's no such thing as a junk journal section at a big box craft store. So you have to go like at Hobby Lobby, I believe it's in like the wax carding is in the jewelry section, as well as what other section? The journal, like binding section with the leather and things like that. So anyway, yeah, that is what you would have to do if you wanted it. And see, this card is super long, so that's okay. And now we have this, and I do want to do a little bit of embellishing on there. Not too much because it's already pretty enough, but you know, we kind of did this little butterfly some injustice. So let's go ahead and just add some randomness to it. So we're going to just take this little strip right here and we're going to put it on the outside like that. And then on the back, we're going to take the same one and put it along the bottom. Like when I say embellish, we're not going to like go super crazy, but we're going to just do a little bit more now that we have our little book done. And I don't know, do we need something over there? Let's see. Maybe we could put this. Since I don't plan, I'm not a planner. You know, I don't plan things in planning society or anything like that. Planning groups. So there we go. And I am going to leave these strings dangling like that just because why not? All right, so we open our book up and we have this page, and I want to put some of these cards down so we can use them instead of keeping them, enjoy the moment. I thought this would be really nice because it's pink and cool, but I also was like, no, let's use this one because it has this funky pattern and this has a pattern as well. And it's flowers and it's an adventure situation. So I thought that we could just do that. But I also want to put this here. So yeah, lots to decide, right? So when I like to put, like, you know, when you open a book from the library or school, it tells you a history. It says like the school's name, the first kid that ever got a chance to write in the pages, all the way down to when the book is decommissioned and taken out of circulation. So I feel like this is this page. You know, it tells you who you are, maybe what's inside the book. So we're just going to use this big one. I always get distracted by glue. Easiest way to distract me. Slap some glue on something randomly. And I do like that this happened, but we're going to use this. Ooh, I like this too. So we're going to make a, ooh, that's too much. Those patterns don't even match. Psst, psst, psst. I like that. Let's put that here because these go well together. And we're going to, yeah, we'll do a whole page. We'll make it a whole page. And we're going to put that here. And burnish down. Alright. Now, we will put this one here. I was going to make a belly band for our little book. Can we make a belly band? Belly, belly. Mighty Math Power. I watch a lot of kids television. So we're going to just do this right here and right there. I do think that this is the most fun part of our books when we make them, is how you decorate them. And you know, I never over embellish or over decorate books because I'm like, they're not mine to do that with. They are the person that's going to be receiving them eventually. And so I feel like she or he could do whatever they so choose with it. And then we got that. Now this, we need something. And I thought that would be, I have, oh, our little queen. Now I wanted to rough this up some because it's really smooth, really, really smooth. But you know what? We'll just keep it just, oh, no, 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 no. We only want, yeah. I might have to fix this card and do another one. Hopefully I was able to salvage it. I just rubbed off all the wet glue and then went back and put that on. Yeah, this looks good. I like it, at least. I think it's okay to be a semi-biased about your work. Not too much, but a little bit is definitely okay in my opinion. All right, so that's drying, and now we're going to just come and plop a few of these random little images in here. And we could put that like that. And that is that. All right, so I got this from the $1.25 tree when it was the Dollar Tree. So I was like getting ready to show the finished product, and I was like, we didn't do the front. And here we go. I wonder if people besides like the crafting community call it the $1.25 tree. I don't know. Is that being petty? I don't know. All right, so we got this. I'm just going to apply a little bit of pressure because I feel like this thing might want to jump off. That's okay. And then we're going to put this over here. Oh, it's too big. Too big. It was too wide, unfortunately. So let's see. Maybe we can put a heart. Because, you know, the goal is always to use up some kind of supply. And since we're not doing a stickier side, I have to be more mindful of that, right? So you saw me tie the bow. So we got our front right here, which I love it. So cute. I wonder if I put this rose upside down. It don't matter. It's a flower, right? Flowers will do what they want to do. Love. Put this little heart right here. And on the back, it's barely visible, but it's a little rainbow right there. So on the front, we have this one, BU. Then we got some this happen and stay gold. I don't know. Then we have our little belly band with our little book inside. And you saw me make that, which I really like that. And it just says, psst, that is that. I want to say thank you all for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this process. Until next time, happy crafting.